Bob Trott starting on that number 1 spot. Gil Guzman on the 2, Dean Sargent on the 3, and Paul Rulin starting on the 4. Marshals ready, drivers ready, roll them out. All right, we got Bob Trout leading us around, followed by Paul and Dean. Laps to go for your leader, Bob. Paul right behind him. Dean in that 3, 2 seconds back, and then Gil 4 seconds back from Dean. Paul Rulin moving to the point last time by. Making their way through traffic nice and clean. One of our new racers out here today, Gil Guzman. Down the backstretch he goes through 3 and 4. And that blue, black, and pink. Hot lap for Gil out here. Looks like a 8-7. Dean with an 8-4. Paul and Bob with a pair of 8-1s. Time to go for your leader, Paul. Got Bob right behind him in that black and green through 3 and 4. Bob looking for the fast way around, keeping it all the way down on the pipe. Trying to make up some time. Paul though running his hot lap of the race last time by with an 8 flat. Backs it up with an 8-1 to Bob's 8-2. It's going to be 6 to go, 6 to go. Paul with another hot lap with an 8:03. Oh no, and then Bob going to get it wrong. Bob had a 1.17 second lead over Dean. So I think he's still going to hold on to that. Dean is now only 1.7 seconds behind Bob. Bob just ran his hot lap, which is the hot lap of the race, 8:006, almost down into the 7-second lap range here, so the track must be coming around today. We may be looking at some track records. We'll see. This year so far, I think only 2 people have hit a 5.9. Final lap for your leader, Paul and Bob.
Paul Roland done. Dean Sargent done. Guilty Bob done. All drivers are finished. Bob Trott done.
That's a race. Paul going to take that, followed by Bob, Dean, and Gil. Nope, there's Forrest. A marshal entering at the start-finish line. And clear. Looks like everybody's ready. Let's go ahead and close it down and line them up. The order for this one's going to be Cody Hammer starting on that number 1 spot. On the 2, Ben Eastup. On the 3, Jerry Steele. On the 4, Eric Kral. And on the 5, Forrest Eversman. Marshals ready, drivers ready. Roll them out. All right, we are off and running. Cody leading us around in that black and red, followed by Ben Eric, Jerry, and Forrest. Oh, the back three getting tied up. That's what happened there. That's going to allow the top two to break away. Ben. I think Cody may have missed a lap here. Yes, so Cody should be leading now. Case should be right. Missed a lap. I got it fixed. So it's Cody, Ben, Forrest, Jerry, and Eric. Looks like Eric off. Cody Hammer leading us around. Ben right behind him. Forrest 1.5 seconds behind Ben, and Jerry 1 second behind Forrest. And Cody, you missed another lap. That's 2. Oh no, Ben's going to get it wrong on the back stretch. That's going to move Jerry and Forrest up. Cody, you missed another lap. You got something going on. I'm trying to catch them, but that's 4 laps now. And another lap. Yeah, you definitely going to check your transponder. Have your pops check that after this race. All right, so Cody is the leader, followed by Jerry, Forrest, Ben, and Eric. It's going to be 5 to go. Next time by a hot lap in this one out of your number 2 car, Jerry Steele with the 8-0. Jerry right behind Cody for the win in this one. It's going to be 4 to go this time by. It's Cody, Jerry, Forrest, Ben, Eric, your running order. Forrest and Ben, you guys are separated by a lap.
Yeah, just run your line, buddy. Don't worry about blocking that guy.
Nope, just another lap. One to go, final lap. Cody and Jerry.
Jerry Steele done. Cody Hammer done.
All right, so it looks like Jerry Steele's going to get the win on that one, followed by Cody. And we're waiting for Forrest. There's
all drivers are finished.
Forrest and Ben. That's a race. Everybody slows it down and line them up. The order for this one's going to be Jason Cope starting on that number 1 spot. Tim Hammer starting on the 2. Scott Snyder on the 3. Tony Soskowitz on the 4. And Jerome Rooks on the 5. Marshals ready. Drivers ready. Roll them out. All right, keep it clean, work together the best you can, try to keep it clean. You guys are very tight together. Do the best you can to go around clean and not through. Oh, Tim's going to get it wrong, and that's going to collect Jerome and Tony. Caution at the line, caution, it's clear. So that's going to move Cope and Snyder 1, 2, Tony 3. Tony going to move up to the 2. Now he's got Jason in front of him. Jason needs to get that car down to the bottom and not let Tony around. Make that thing as wide as, oh no, and he goes way up the track and gives Tony the lead. So it's going to be Tony, Jason, Scott, Jerome, Tim, your running order. Your number 1 car is that green and purple down the backstretch. Your number 2 is the red, white, blue down the backstretch. Your number 3, Jerome Rooks, 2 seconds behind Cope. Scott Snyder, 6 seconds behind Rooks. Tim Hammer, 2 seconds behind Snyder. So you got Rooks out there trying to run down Cope. Across the line they go. That's going to be the closest battle, and then Scott and Tim. So Scott is across the line in the yellow, black, and white, and Tim is in the green and black through 3 and 4. So Tim, you're trying to catch up to Scott for position. Jerome and Jason, closest battle on the track. Looks like Jerome's going to get through to that number 2 spot. Now he's 3 seconds back from Tony. Tony with a 2-second lead over Jerome. Jerome with a 1.2-second lead over Cope. Cope with an 8-second lead over Snyder. Snyder with a 2-second lead over Hammer. Cope with a long lap. That's going to allow Snyder to catch up slightly. So that is for position in front of you, Scott. That next car. Oh, Jerome going to loop it out. I think that was your 2 car. He had a 4-second lead over Jason. That's going to change this time by. Now it's down to 3. Scott Snyder just ran his hot lap of the race with a 6.8. Jerome with the hot lap with a 6.6. Tony with a 6.6. Cope with a 7.0. Snyder with a 6.8. Final lap.
No, it's done. Jerome Rooks done. Tim Hammer done. All drivers are finished. Jason Cope done.
That's a race. Tony S. going to take that, followed by Jerome, Jason, Scott, and Tim, your running order.
The race is completed.
Line them up. The order for this is going to be Jerome Rooks on the 1, Ted Hammer on the 2, JR on the 3, and Tim Hammer on the 4. Marshals ready, drivers ready. Roll them out. All right, we got Jerome leading us around in the all white. Ted in the 2 in the black and green. Down the backstretch they go. JR with his hot lap last time by with a 6.9. Hot lap, and this one goes to Ted with a 6.8. Tim throwing his hot lap down last time by with a 7.1. Jerome with a 6.8. Ted resetting the hot lap last time with a 6.7. Hot lap of the race. He's right behind Jerome for the lead with 16 to go. It's going to be 15 to go this time by. Ted looking down on the bottom. Jerome keeping it nice and low through 3 and 4. Oh, Ted getting a little crossed up. Going to give Jerome a little breathing room. Allow Ted to get back in a rhythm here. Try to run Jerome back down with 13 to go. Jerome has a 1-second lead over Ted. Ted has a 3-second lead over JR. And JR has a 6-second lead over Tim. Race number 5, Spec Traxxas Modified. Have them ready. You guys are next. We got 10 to go in this one. 10 to go. Your leader, Jerome Rooks, in that all white, followed by Ted Hammer. Closest battle on the track, JR and Tim. You guys are separated by a lap. Six laps to go. Oh, no.
Hard, Jerome.
Oh, Jerome having some super bad luck getting through traffic. Now he's 3 seconds behind Ted with 3 laps to go.
Ted Hammer done. Larson done. Jerome Rook done. All drivers are finished.
That's a race. Ted Hammer going to take that, followed by Jerome, JR, and Tim. This one is going to be John Stevens starting on that number 1 spot. Then we got Trisha starting on the 2, Forrest on the 3, John Estep on the 4, and Jerry Steele on the 5. All right, marshals ready, drivers ready. Roll them out. Let's go ahead and go 1 full-time around. Go ahead, we'll get you next time. Try to bunch them up nice and tight. Keep them going, keep them rolling. And we're gonna get you this time. As soon as you come out of 4, hammer down. Go, go, go. All right, good job, guys. Work together the best you can. We got some new racers in this one. Do the best we can to work together. Caution on the front stretch, clear. All right, John Stevens lead us around. Coming off of surgery, I believe, missed the last race. We got Trisha in the 2, Jerry in the 3, Forrest in the 4, and John Estep in the 5. John across the line, Trisha battling with Jerry across the line. They go. Keep it clean. Jerry, the best you can. Trisha is a new racer out here doing her best. So work together, you two. You guys are doing great. Very nice. Crossover. And makes the pass. Great job, Jerry. It's John, Jerry, Trisha, Forrest, and John a step. It's going to be 16 to go this time by. John Stevens with a 6-second lead over Jerry. Jerry with a 1-second lead over Trisha. Trisha with a 2-second lead over Forrest. Your leader's trying to make his way through traffic clean the best he can. Trisha and Jerry, you guys are battling for that spot on the front stretch. Oh, I hear a body rub or something on, I think, Trisha's car. Oh yeah, the middle of her body's tucked in. Maybe Tony can grab it on his way around with a quick pit stop. It looks like her right side body is just jammed up. And that's causing her to definitely slow down. The pit right here, Trisha. There you go, perfect, wow, very nice. All right, Jerry trying to run John down for the lead here. John Stevens with your lead, 2-second lead over Jerry Steele. Jerry with a 15-second lead over Forrest. Forrest with a 4-second lead over Trisha, even with the pit stop. Trisha with a 10-second lead over John Estep. And it's going to be 3 laps to go, this time 5 for your leader. Everybody pretty spread out, and this one at this time, hot lap going to Jerry Steele with an 8 flat. 8-1 out of John, 8-6 out of Forrest, 8-8 out of Trisha, 8-6 out of John Estep. Final lap for your leader, John Stevens.
John Stevens done. Jerry Steele done. Forrest McGear's been done. John Estep done.
Just waiting on Trisha, and that is a race.
Trisha says no, it's done.
John Stevens going to take that, followed by Jerry Steele, Forrest Eversman, Trisha Sosnowitz, and John Estep. Look, everybody's ready to go. Let's close it down and line them up. The order for this one's going to be Eric Krall starting on the number 1, Richard Biggins on the 2, Dennis G on the 3, Bob Trott 4, Ben Estep 5, and Paul Ruland on the 6. Marshall's ready, driver's ready, roll them out. Oh boy, all right, everybody counted, I didn't have to fix nothing. All right, Eric Krall lead us around with them green rims. Richard Biggins in the 2, Dennis G in the 3, Bob Trott 4, Ben and Paul rounding out your field. Eric with a bit of a breakaway, then it's a 3-car battle for the 2 between Richard, Dennis, and Bob. Dennis trying to find his way around Richard. Oh, and that's going to allow, it looked like Bob to go up into the 2. Dennis is going to get the bad end of the stick on that one. He's going to have a little bit of time to make up. It's Eric Krall with 17 to go this time by. Eric with the green rims. Across the line he goes. Then we got Bob in the 2 all by himself. Then we got Ben and Richard battling for the 3, and Paul and Dennis battling for the 5. Paul and Dennis, that is for position. Richard and Ben, you guys are battling for position. That's about to be a 4-way battle. Right now, Ben is in the 3, and he's got Richard, Paul, and Dennis right behind him wanting that 3 spot. Oh, Bob Trout's going to get it wrong, and then that's going to hold up Ben, and that's going to, oh, it's a 5-way battle now for the 2. It's Bob, Ben, Richard, Paul, and Dennis. You guys are all battling for position down the backstretch. We have Eric Krall running away with this one with 11 to go with a half a lap lead over everybody. And then it's Bob, Ben, Richard, Paul, and Dennis battling for the 2. It's a 5-way battle for that 2 spot. Richard goes around, hung up on the 2. That's going to put him a lap down. Pulls right out in front of traffic and takes Ben out. Richard says, I had some bad luck. You're going to get it too. I'm going to pull right across the track in front of everybody. 7 laps to go. It's going to be Eric, Bob, Paul, Dennis, Ben, and Richard. Closest battle is Paul and Dennis for the 3 spot. Let's find Paul across the line he goes, and Dennis right behind him. So Dennis, you're trying to catch that guy with the red rims. That's for position. Closest battle on the track. It's going to be 4 to go for your leader, Eric Krall, down the backstretch. Black and green with the green rims coming through 3 and 4. Across the stripe, Krall goes. He has a 3-second lead over Bob. Bob has a 3-second lead over Paul. Paul's a 1-second lead over Dennis. Dennis has a 6-second lead over Ben, and Ben has a 12-second lead over Richard. 1 to go for your leader. Final lap. Eric Krall, 1 more time around.
Eric Krall done. Bob Trott done. Paul Roland done. Ben Estep done. Dennis G done. All drivers
Price just went up.
That's a race. Eric Krall going to take that, followed by Bob, Paul, Dennis, Ben, and Richard. Let's close it down and line them up. The order for this is going to be Scott Snyder starting on that number 1. Get a fast hot rod last round. Let's see if he can hold on to that starting spot. On the 2, Jerome Rooks. On the 3, James Norte. On the 4, Tim Hammer. And Tyler Stuck starting on that 5. Going to have some work cut out for him. All right, marshals ready, drivers ready. Roll them out. If you don't hear the tone coming off of 4, just go ahead and hit the gas. Scott going to go high coming in the 2. Jerome's going to go around to the lead. Scott staying right with him though. Not letting Jerome get away. Scott actually making up some ground through 1 and 2 that lap, and 3 and 4. Scott trying to make it a race. It's Jerome, Scott, Tim, Tyler, and James. Jerome in the silver and yellow, Scott in the yellow, green, and black, Tim in the all yellow, Tyler in the two-tone blue, James in the all white. Sounds like James's car has cleared that notch out of his spurt. This is nice and quiet now. I think James's car is actually the most quiet car on the track now. Oh, Tim gonna spin out at the start-finish line. Tim was in the 4. That's gonna allow Tyler some breather room. So it's Jerome, Scott, and Tyler, 1, 2, 3. These guys are all separated by about a second or 2. With 10 laps to go. Tyler, you gotta do a little better going around traffic. When you run square into the back of somebody, I feel like you can do better than that. It's gonna be Jerome, Scott, Tyler, Tim, and James. Your running order. Closest battle on the track is going to be Jerome and Scott, separated by 1.5. Tyler and Tim, separated by a half a second. They're across the line. Tyler in the 3, Tim in the 4. That is 4th position. Tim looking like, oh, he almost got that spot from Tyler with 3 to go. Closest battle is Jerome, Scott, and Tim and Tyler. 2 laps to go. Scott's got a shot at this one more time around. Jerome Rupp's going to take it with Scott right behind him, and then it's going to be Tyler and Tim racing to the line.
Tyler, Scott done. Tim Hammer done. All drivers.
Oh, Scott, you missed a lap. Oh, shoot. Up the order for this one is going to be Jerome Brooks starting on the number 1. Richard Biggins on the 2, Tyler Stuck on the 3, and JR on the 4. Marshals ready, drivers ready, roll them out. Jerome running away with this one. JR getting caught, making his way through traffic. Always pays off to have some patience, and now he's got a clean track in front of him, trying to run down Jerome. Caution in 3 and 4. Caution, and it's clear. is your leader, followed by JR, Richard, and Tyler. Everybody is 4 seconds apart. Jerome is 4 seconds above JR. JR is 4 seconds above Richard. Richard's 4 seconds above Tyler. If you are right next to somebody, you are not racing them for position. Everybody is spread out by at least 3/4 of a lap. All right, it's going to be 5 to go this time by. JR, Richard, Tyler, and Jerome. Your running order, closest battle, Richard and Tyler. 4 to go. Tyler can just string together a couple good laps here. He may be able to get up to the 2 spot right now. Richard's in the 2 in that white and orange. That is for position, Richard. Final lap for your leader, J.R. Stevens.
J.R. Stevens done. Richard Higgins done. All drivers are finished. Tyler Stuck done. The race is completed. Up next, race number 9. Mod sprint. Heat 1 of 1.
Let's close it down and line them up while we're waiting on this last marshal. David Brock is going to be leading us around on that number 1 spot. Tony Sostowitz starting on the 2. Steve Brummett starting on the 3. Marvin Davis on the 4. And Ted Hammer on the 5. When Brock, as soon as you come off of turn 4, just picture that as the start of the race, because the tone is like 3 seconds behind and trying to time it is pretty hard. So just roll nice and slow through 3 and 4, and as soon as you come off of 4, it's at your discretion when you're going to start. Marshall's ready, driver's ready, roll them out. Oh, Tony making an early move. Tony and Steve battling 1-2. Marvin and Ted battling for 3-4. Hot lap so far, Ted with a 6-3, everybody else with 6-4, 6-5. $19 laps to go, everybody's running their hot lap, lap after lap, it's getting down. 6-3 for Tony, 6-3 for Ted, 6-4 for Steve, 6-6 for Marvin, 6-5 for Brock. Tony, your leader, followed by Steve and Ted. 3-way battle for the lead in this one. Brock and Marvin trying to stay on that lead lap. Brock going down the lap. Marvin trying to hang on to the tail end of this lead lap. We got Tony, Steve, Ted, Marvin, and Brock, your running order. Brock's car looking much better here. Now he's got some heat in his tires. Looking like he's going to try to get his lap back the hard way. Tony making his way through, so he's got a clean track in front of him. Brock hanging right with him. Definitely has the pace. Had a little bad luck early. Hot lap in this one. It's going to Hammer with a 6.36. Tony with a 6.39. Brother with a 6.4. Brock with a 6.4. Marvin with a 6.6. These top four guys are separated by 1/10 of a second on their hot lap. That's how close this racing is. Here in the modified sprint class at Tarkar, Tony with 4 laps to go, 1.5 second lead over Steve. Steve 1.5 over Ted. Ted 5 over Brock, and Marvin and Brock battling for that spot. 2 to go for your leader. 2 to go. Tony Sosowitz, green and purple across the stripe. One more time around.
Tony says no, it's done. Keith Run is done. David Brock done. Marvin Davis done.
That's a race. Tony gonna take the win, followed by Steve, Ted, Brock, and Marvin.
The race is completed.
Almost got my damn lap back.
All right, it is 1:30.
No.
We will shoot to start. It's 1:32. We'll start the next round 1:50, 1:55.